Another watch list time for April 24th. Let's start here with GE. So on our watch list yesterday, was going in today with really no plans to watch anything. Agba was the only one that I had on watch, and didn't gap up as much as I wanted for an exhaustion move, so I just let this morning open play out, and it actually held this prior level 220s that was key resistance and support from the prior day. So no real plans on this one going forward. Either gonna consolidate under 310 for at least another day, and then maybe play another breakout similar to this, or it needs to extend itself from 220, and I'd look for a short trade down the road. But no real immediate plans there. GE was a gapper this morning. I really liked because the daily breakout key level 158.80s or 158.60s, 158.80s, somewhere around there, call it 159, was also in line with the pre-market highs. So we got this little pre-market ABCD. I put some on here before open using this kind of volume shelf as a guide, and the resistance peaked out. So I sold it right at open, got a big flush, and then I was looking for some sort of higher low to set that I could get a good risk reward off the lows. But now that the higher low is up here in the 156s, I would have had to risk $4, and if this stuff, that was only $2 reward. And then just after this, I wasn't on desk, so didn't get a re-entry here, but really like this pattern. Kind of a episodic pivot. Earnings released this morning, and now it's trending over this 158s area. So any weak opens, I'm interested in joining a trend for a big picture swing trade there. And NIVF is really starting to extend itself. 4 EMA is down here in the 150 range, and it closed around 210s. Started from the 70s, so 70s up to 280s is a 4x 300% move, and volume is really starting to speed up and exhaust. Similar pattern here to what it did into the close as over here, where you get this kind of exhaustion move and then filled fall through momentum into close. So you get the same thing here off the parabolic, filled fall through momentum and sells off into the close. What happened here was you get this prior support closing VWAP acting as resistance throughout the latter half of the day, and then so this is at 145, and then the open here was 145, so it gapped up over the resistance level. So in my mind, there's not many people bagged once that line is still acting as support the next day. So if tomorrow, if this starts to gap up over 250, I'm not going to hold a bias of a short trade, but if I can get a 230 to 250 shove somewhere into this range, these are key levels drawn from today. So if I can get a shove into this range and fall through momentum, I think we get possible longs that were in there that sell the gap and kind of give up. You get bag holders here from this volume, and then potential short sellers start to come in. So we get a few different groups of sellers. I tend to look at selling volume in a few different categories of sellers, shorts, and dilution. Sellers, I imagine as profit takers and bag holders. And then short sellers are trying to short strong stocks like this for weakness, and then dilution is just paper shares added to the market. So I kind of put that into three categories, and I like to have as many groups of those sellers on my side as possible when I'm looking to short sell. So that'll be my plan there, and then GE week open and AGBA just keeping tabs. So those will be my main watches into tomorrow, and I will see you in the room.